This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 192. My name is Adam Patterson. With me today we got Kevin Rakestraw joining us. How you doing there, Kevin?
Doing pretty good.
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Same day, different shit.
Nice.
I mean, different day, same shit. It's one of them.
He can't even get his complaining right.
he can't be bothered to complain at this point. It sounded like you were too tired to even.
That's way
even
too
sit.
difficult.
Okay. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Push.
Picked this in honor of Victor Frankenstein, coming out this week. Same director. We're talking about Paul McGuigan. I have a synopsis here for Push. Two young Americans with special abilities must race to find a girl in Hong Kong before a shadowy government organization called Division does. Ooh. This stars Chris Evans, Dakota Fanning, Digimon Hansu, Colin Ford. I'm trying to Camilla Bell, Corey Stoll's in there. Yeah, it's one of these IMDb lists where they're just kind of listed all over the place.
SIFF.
What?
What?
SIFF.
Sif?
I'm still confused. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Maggie Sif?
Man, it's SIFF.
Maggie Smith. Or Sif.
Yes.
Maggie Sif.
Yes.
Not
The
Maggie
only
Smith.
reason I know that is because she was on Sons of Anarchy.
Gotcha.
Okay, I know who you're talking about, Maggie Sif. She's Jax Teller's wife.
Yeah.
In
And the guy
Sons of
from, what the fuck is the show called? Shireen.
Yeah, Corey Stoll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey Stoll in The Strain has the most wicked fucking wig ever. It looks utterly ridiculous.
Really?
Yes.
I want to watch that now.
Just watch it for the wig that he wears.
Just for the wig game.
I don't understand why they just like what does that do for the character? Like, oh, you have to have hair. Like, no, why? It doesn't change the character at all. It just makes him look like an idiot wearing a wig.
Maybe it makes him more edgy when he shaves his head.
Does he shave his head in The Strain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess that is why they did it then, because it was part of the plot. Okay, makes sense.
There you go.
I didn't stick with The Strain long enough to witness the head shaving.
Well, you missed out.
Yeah, clearly. All right, Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Push?
Well, it starts out with back in the past with Chris Evans and his dad running through a hotel. And they're running away from pushers and movers and what are it's called? Watchers. Basically, watchers see the future and draw it out. Pushers can move stuff to their mind, and movers can also move things. So,
movers can move things. But wait a minute, hold on. Why is there a distinction between the two then, if they both do the same thing?
Yeah, it sounds kind of redundant.
I don't know. I know what pushers know, but I can't remember exactly what movers do.
Other than move things.
If I read on TV, or not on Wikipedia.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they're running from the pushers and movers.
And there's also goddamn wipers. And basically they wipe your mind clear of everything. So you have no memory of what happened.
Whoa.
Got pushers, movers, wipers.
I found the distinction between movers and pushers.
Okay.
If anyone wants to hear them.
Yeah, lay it on us so we know.
Okay, pushers don't actually push anything. Okay, pushers have the ability to implant memories, thoughts, and emotions into the minds of other people.
They push emotions on you.
There you go.
God.
And make you think what they want you to think. So they're being chased throughout the hotel, and Chris Evans' dad tells him to hide and basically to avenge his death. And shortly after he's killed, then he flashed forward 10 years. And for some reason, because you see this pusher girl in a hospital, and she's injected with something, and she doesn't die, even though everyone else that had the same injection dies. So they're after her, and she happens to be Chris Evans' love interest also. So for whatever reason, well, Dakota Fanning's mom is what the fuck is she? I can't remember what she is because they never actually show her. But for whatever reason, she shows up with Chris Evans to find this girl and avenge her mom's death. Who was also killed over this mysterious drug that this pusher took and died from.
Wait, Token didn't die from?
The girl in the hospital, Chris Evans' love interest. She took the drug in the hospital, and it didn't kill her, but it killed every other person that took it.
Oh, okay.
So they're after her to figure out why.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But this isn't Dakota Fanning, right? She's not the love interest.
No, Dakota Fanning's the helper.
Okay.
For whatever reason, his 12-year-old girl that hangs out with Chris Evans on the rig.
No.
And they try to solve mysteries.
So they got like a little detective service going on with their superpowers.
Sure.
I love this new Ryan. They can't be bothered.
Yeah, he just goes with it. We're injecting plot into this movie, and he's just like, yeah, that's how it happened.
Sure. Sounds good.
Oh, no, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm really good at that. That's almost like my superpower within this show. Is just being able for you to lose your train of thought. It sounds like there's a lot of people avenging a lot of deaths.
There are.
Is that like the whole gist of it?
Which makes it, I mean, I feel like a lot of revenge movies happen in China. So the scene is set up for revenge also.
Oh, God. Oh.
So, wait a minute. On the cover, on the poster, it shows Chris Evans presumably like knocking everyone, including a car, away. Is he a mover or is he a pusher?
He's a mover.
Well, then why isn't the fucking movie called Mover or Move?
That is a good question. I was really into this till about halfway through when Chris Evans decides to attack the people that are after this girl, and basically he can make guns float over top of his head and shoot whenever he wants. But they can also deflect bullets with their hands.
Nice.
So, in actuality, there's no need for guns at all. Because they still know purpose.
But then you wouldn't be able to show those cool effects.
The floating guns.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get this girl, the girlfriend of Chris Evans, and they capture her. And there's triads and all kinds of government people after them. And like I said, the guns are like the people hold guns with their minds and make people kill themselves and make guns fire with their mind. So Chris Evans decides on a plan to get all these bad people. And his plan is to write all the people in his group instructions on what to do. And then he has his mind erased so nobody can predict the future and what's going to happen. The girl is now with the love interest, is now with the bad guys. And the bad guys convince her that every memory she had with Chris Evans is bullshit.
Ooh.
And none of it happened. And she goes to convince him of that. And after she convinces him, he injects himself with the serum that's left over. But you find out that it was actually soy sauce.
What?
He injected himself with. So he dies, and all the bad guys think that he's dead. And the kid of Fanning goes outside and gets the syringe that starts the chemical in it. And the movie ends with this girl on the plane with this bad guy. And she opens up the letter that Chris Evans wrote her, and it just says, "Kill him, I'll save Sam." And he pulls out a gun, or she pulls out a gun and kills him. That's it.
Okay. So presumably he faked his own death, right? He didn't actually die.
I believe he did. I think you're supposed to believe that he did kill himself.
With soy sauce, by injecting soy sauce.
Oh, crap. I thought you were talking about the other guy. No, he just, Chris Evans did that to fake his own death.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I was kind of hoping that he did really kill himself with soy sauce.
That would be amazing. I don't know if a movie has ever done that before.
No, I don't think so.
If there is, please tell me what it is.
Anyone I really want to see that.
Hell yeah.
So, all right. So, what did you think of this thing?
It's really confusing.
It sounds a bit like that. It sounds like essentially what I got is just everyone's avenging someone. And they're doing this in China, right? Where all revenges take place, according to you?
Revenge capital of the world.
The revenge capital of the world, China.
Okay, sounds legit.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Now I'm looking at the Wikipedia page here, and it has a breakdown of all the superpowers that are going on here. So we have the Watchers, the Movers, the Pushers. Then we have things called Bleeders.
Oh, what do they do?
I don't know, whatever.
Well,
I don't remember the word bleeder in that.
Well, I'm going to jog your memory a little bit here. They emit a high-pitched sonic vibration that causes ruptures in blood vessels. They're also known as screechers or screamers. So
I don't remember.
You don't remember that at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
I completely missed that scene.
I think it would be kind of difficult to...
Yeah, I would think I would hear that. But I don't remember screaming at all.
Well, it's funny because it says here that they're such a very powerful bleeder that they are capable of collapsing an entire building. So you don't remember someone screaming and destroying an entire building.
No.
Wow. Then we have sniffs.
Man, that's a cutscene.
Didn't make it to the final product, maybe. We also have sniffs. They track people like bloodhounds.
Okay, I do remember that.
Okay. We also have shifters that can change the appearance of an object. for a certain amount of time. And my favorite thing about this is at the end, because they give you what the thing is, what they do, and then like an example in the movie of what happens. And it says that Shifter, or this guy, Nick's friend, is a highly experienced shifter, capable of turning a large suitcase into a fake one and managing to hold the illusion for 6 to 7 hours, which sounds like a terrible superpower.
He turned a large suitcase into a fake one.
What? Fake large suitcase? Is it just a suitcase?
I don't remember that.
It doesn't open. It's just a suitcase that doesn't open. It's got the buckles, but it just doesn't open. It's a fake one.
How does that help anyone?
Oh my god.
Then you have wipers, like you said. You got them wipers. You have shadows who are able to block the visions of the watchers. Yeah, of the watchers. And then you have stitches. They're psychic healers. So out of all of those, Ryan, which one would you like to have the most?
I like the pushers.
Like the pushers?
And I also like the telekinetic one.
The movers. Chris Evans's.
Yes, because I'd like to be able to shoot guns.
Without touching them?
That would actually be a really good skill for you.
I agree.
I think it would still be incredibly dangerous.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I wonder with your sudden movements how moving would work, being a mover. Like if you're a super powerful mover and you just have, some arm spasms when something's happening, what would be the result? Would you destroy like an entire city block?
Yeah, he falls out of his chair and half the world dies.
I'll find out when I get to that point.
So what about you, Adam? Which one of those superhuman powers sounds?
Man, I don't know. I guess mover. Well, I don't really understand what they can do other than make guns float. Like if you're a mover, could you theoretically move yourself? To fly?
Yeah.
So that's what they did in that movie Chronicle. Like in Chronicle, they could fly, but it wasn't like actual flight. They basically were telekinetic, and they actually were able to pick themselves up off the ground.
Well, it's because it says that advanced movers can work at a molecular level, creating shields in the air around them to deflect bullets. So
theoretically, you'd think that they would be able to pick themselves up and fly around. It sounds like you might be the pioneer, though. I think you would have to work really hard at it. Probably.
But I think if you motivated yourself enough,
I think I could do it.
I think you could do it. I'm just surprised no one's picked being able to turn a large suitcase into a fake one.
Oh my god!
When does that come in handy?
I really want to see it now.
But I like the fact that it's temporary too.
It only holds for 6 to 7 hours.
So it's not even something that's gonna last forever.
No, and that's okay. Number one, when have you ever needed a large suitcase to be a fake suitcase? And number two, when have you ever needed that? Like if that is a weird thing that you need to have happen, that you need to be able to, capably be able to do. Who needs it to hold for 6 to 7 hours?
All I know is imagine the excitement that one would have if the situation did come up. Finally, I can use my superpower. I need this large suitcase to be a fake one, and that's my exact power.
I want to see a movie written where that's what needs to be done in order to save the world. Nick's friend, the highly experienced shifter, is kid, and that's the worst part is he's a highly experienced shifter, and their example is turning a large suitcase into a fake one. So this guy's been working for years as a shifter, and that's the highest level he's at right now.
Ryan, what is this? What happens in the movie where the large suitcase needs to be turned into the fake one?
I don't remember seeing that.
I think I may have to watch this movie just so I can find out.
I'm so unbelievable.
I think I would remember that, but I don't at all.
I bet it's just a throwaway, just a small thing that happens.
I'm just imagining in my mind right now the point at which that happens in the movie, and Ryan just going, "Huh, that doesn't make sense," and then him just forgetting immediately.
No, I'd laugh. I'd laugh a lot.
I have to see it now.
I mean, do they ever or explain why there are all these gifted people?
Not why, no.
Or how they're gifted, how they get their gifts?
No.
So this is just a reality where these people exist.
It happens.
I'm assuming that not everybody is one of these, fits into one of these categories. Like there's a lot of people.
Many normal people.
Yeah. There's many normies out there.
Which also leads me to this is, how in the world did this guy stumble upon his superpower? Like, does he actually have a superpower, or is he just making it up?
Which guy?
The large suitcase guy to a fake one? Like, how do you stumble across that? Like, being a mover and being a pusher and being a bleeder, like, I can understand how you would discover that superpower, but how do you discover that you can turn a large suitcase into a fake one?
Yeah, I don't know how you would figure that one out. I'm not sure.
Remember, in my head, I remember a scene in a hotel room, but I don't remember a fake suitcase.
We're getting there, though.
I remember to get a fan and get wasted.
We're on a trail, though, at least.
She gets wasted?
Yeah.
Is she, does she have an ability?
She is the one that sees the future.
She's a watcher.
Oh, okay.
But you gotta admit,
shit non-stop. Like she has a pad, but they're in a pencil. She always just draws stuff.
She's just sketching shit out, doodling the future.
I wouldn't like to be a watcher.
That would suck.
It'd be annoying. I'd rather be a mover, or a pusher could be beneficial.
I think I would be a pusher.
A pusher?
I would go for a pusher also.
From what I'm reading here, it seems like a pusher is basically like Kilgrave from Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Where you can control people and have them do whatever you want.
Yeah, which sounds pretty fantastic.
Yeah, so maybe I would change my answer to pusher now that I think about it. Or bleeder. Like, why would you ever want to be a bleeder?
I can make your blood vessels rupture.
Like, the only point of being a bleeder is just to murder people in a horrific way. That would never come in handy.
No. Mm-mm.
Also, sniffs probably only come in handy if you're looking for your keys or something.
Yeah, which is, again, that's kind of a dull superpower to have.
You can find your keys. Oh, they're in the couch again. I know where they are.
Thank you, superpower. I'm glad I had that accident and gained these abilities.
Glad I got all that radiation poisoning. Yeah. All right. Let's this, I remember when I completely forgot that this movie even existed until I was looking for movies to give you, and then I kind of remembered seeing ads for it and being like, was that based on a comic book? But it wasn't. It was just its own stupid little thing.
It just sounds like a mishmash of several other things.
Basically, they were just ripping off a bunch of other actual comic book properties.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Paul McGuigan, the director. Let's see. He also did Wicker Park, Lucky Number 11, The Acid House. I almost gave you The Acid House. Remember that one, Kevin?
That would have been fun.
Yeah. Yep. That was based on the Irving Welsh novel. I don't remember liking The Acid House very much. I think that was one of the early movies that you got on Nicheflix.
I think you might be right. Nicheflix.
That's not right anymore. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bunch of TV stuff, and then Victor Frankenstein. So not a huge filmography here. He also did a movie called Gangster Number 1 with actually I don't know who was in that. Malcolm McDowell and Paul Bettany. So I don't know. Did you guys see any of his movies? Ryan, did you see any of his other movies?
Nope.
You didn't see Wicker Park with Josh Hartnett?
Oh, snap.
Maybe I did a lot. How old is that?
2004.
Then yeah.
Oh, you can tell by the year.
Yeah.
What year was that? 2004? Yep. I remember vividly.
I was really into Hartnett that year.
Those were the years I lived in Virginia and had nothing to do but watch movies all day and night.
That was a Virginia movie.
Nice. Did you guys see Lucky Number 11?
No.
Starring Josh Hartnett?
I wanted to, but I never watched it.
I never saw it either, actually.
Do you still want to?
I don't.
Ryan, after seeing Push,
I don't know much about it anymore at all.
It's got a hell of a cast, I'll tell you that.
Luck has nothing to do with it. Josh Hartnett, Bruce Willis, Lucy Liu, Morgan Freeman, Ben Kingsley, Stanley Tucci.
That's ridiculous.
It was one of those crime comedies, I believe. Hitman comedy.
Hitman comedy.
All right. Ryan, any final thoughts before I give you a drum roll on this thing?
This isn't worth it. It's confusing as shit. It's 2 hours long. You don't care about anything. And the gunplay is cool for 10 minutes and then it loses the edge.
It loses the edge. 10 minutes. Cool gunplay.
Cool gun kata.
Does it have gun kata?
Probably not if they're floating around.
That would be fun if they floated their guns and did gun kata with their minds with floating guns.
That would be amazing.
Oh
my god!
And then to move themselves out of the way of the bullets flying at them, they did break dancing.
Oh,
the guns fly way over top of their heads.
See, I just made this movie like 100 times better.
If the guns are flying way over top of their heads, they're all pointed down?
They're cocked down at a downward angle, yeah.
Still, there should have been breakdancing.
And then they can make the guns fly down. Like at one point, Chris Evans made it fly down and go right into someone's head.
He puts the gun through someone's head?
No, he
points it right at their head.
I would have jammed it into their head and then shot the bullet inside the head.
Correct.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you have control over it. Why even bother shooting the bullets? Just freaking smash the gun through their skull.
Yeah.
Oh god. Remember that movie Love and a Bullet, Kevin?
Vaguely.
There was some breakdance fighting in that one.
Oh, I think you're right.
The Black Ranger from Power Rangers was in that.
Yeah.
And there was a scene where he was breakdance fighting.
Yes.
I think he was breakdance shooting. I think he was like doing windmills while he was shooting a gun.
Oh my god.
And that movie was utterly ridiculous.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about this.
Love and a Bullet. With Tretch from Naughty by Nature.
Right. Oh my goodness.
All right, Ryan, let's go ahead and give you a drum roll on this thing. What do you give Push?
3.
That's 3 out of 10. Now, what's your take on this Victor Frankenstein movie?
Nope.
Not for you?
Nope.
Meet Your Makers? Victor Frankenstein? Who? So wait, who does... Oh, Daniel Radcliffe is Igor?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe is Igor.
Okay.
Isn't Igor supposed to be like a little hunchback type character?
Yeah.
Well.
They switched it up.
Yeah. Made him sexy. A sexy Igor. He's got the long hair.
Oh god!
In the poster, he just looks so intense. I don't know, man. This one's I don't know what to say about this one. Not too excited for this one, honestly.
No, this is awful.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I guess nothing else to say about Victor Frankenstein.
You like Frankenstein, Ryan?
Oh, no, not really.
Gotcha.
And that's the end of that chapter.
I'm just not into these monster movies.
I know that, okay, this is 20th Century Fox, because I know that Universal was going to reboot all of their monsters, but I guess this is not that. I guess this is different. So, all right, well, there you have it. Any closing remarks, Ryan, on either Victor Frankenstein or Push?
No.
No. So that's not a recommendation for Push.
No.
No, not even Chris Evans.
That's an anti-recommendation. Let's see.
Anti-recommendation.
Because I'm ain't drunk. Let's go for about 5 seconds. And her reactions make me laugh. But she's a 12-year-old girl hanging out with a 30-something-year-old guy. For what reason?
But we still do have the the mystery of the suitcase.
Yes, we must find out this large suitcase that turns into a fake suitcase. I'm very intrigued about that.
You guys can find out about that. I'm watching shit here.
All right, well, I think that's a good place to end it. Thanks so much for listening. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And please take a minute to take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse, and consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. So there, damn it! I cannot get my fucking train of thought.